Hey everyone, my name is Jason Owens. Today I want to talk to you about the reality that you're facing right now of work is simply going away, okay? The job that you had, whether it was yesterday, 10 minutes ago, last week, you just found out that that reality doesn't exist for you anymore, right? And it can be for whatever reason, okay? It could be that you got downsized, fired, re-engineered, the company just simply ran out of money. It could be, who knows? It could be up to a dozen reasons, right? But really the reasons don't matter. The only thing that really you know for certain right now is that the job that was yours is no longer, okay? Well, first thing that I recommend is just take a little bit of time to mourn that loss, okay? You may even need to take a lot of time to mourn that loss, okay? You may have had all kinds of career aspirations here. You may have been on a track. You may have been identified as an up-and-comer. You may have had your eye on a promotion, right? So whoever it was in front of you looked like they were probably leaving the company at some point soon, and you really thought, okay, that just might be mine. Well, I get it, okay? So obviously take time to mourn the loss of the career advancement. Take time to mourn the loss of just the loss of income, right? So again, depending upon the situation that you're in, maybe you'll be able to apply for unemployment. Maybe that helps you, maybe it doesn't. So yeah, definitely take time to mourn that financial loss, right? So yeah, it does mean going out and starting looking for most of us, okay? Some of you might end up saying at that point, hey, you know what? I think I'm done here. Like, done. It's time to go retire. Okay, so a couple of things that you will want to do is try to find some ways that work for you to be able to manage this sense of overwhelm, right? And could be even managing that sense of loss, like I just talked about. So managing the overwhelm, okay? You will want to find kind of your new normal, okay, or your intermediate new normal, okay? The new normal used to be you get up, you sit down. For those of you who work at home, right, you sit down at the table and you log in and you go to it. For those of you who had to go into a place of employment before, well, obviously you had the morning routine, you had the rush hour, you had to get the coffee, right? Okay, so whatever that looked like for you, well, now you're going to have a bit of a new routine. Okay, and that new routine doesn't look like going to a place of security. It now looks like, okay, I've got to figure that out. Okay, it could mean that you spend the first half hour every day looking for jobs. It could mean that you figure out what your new normal is. You settle into it. Don't expect that to come right away, but it will come. Next thing that I would encourage you to do is find some kind of support community, okay? And most importantly here, what I would advise inside this whole support community, it's probably a good idea to have some kind of, for a period, have some kind of commiseration with maybe your former coworkers, okay? There's a thing called organizational sense making, right? So that's a little bit of an academic term there, but really what it boils down to is you just talk to your other coworkers and you're like, what the heck just happened here, right? Oh, well, I heard such and such, and there was this rumor going around. I didn't hear the rumor. Oh, you didn't hear the rumor? Right. So anyway, it's just a way for you to try to start making sense of what the heck happened here. Most of the time, organizational sense making then is going to happen in a sense of community. Okay. So for a time, I think that's good. Now, at some point, you're going to get kind of tired of that, right? You don't need to get together and rehash this stuff over, 200 times. At some point, you're going to hit some saturation with it, and you're just going to be ready to move on, and more power to you. Okay, last thing here that I would recommend is, listen, pack up and get ready, okay? Get all your stuff together, right? So if you had the traditional desk at work, clean that out unless they're already sending you your stuff. Say your goodbyes, okay? Say your goodbyes to your coworkers, former boss, folks maybe that you were mentoring. Yeah, just pack it up, say goodbye, and then mentally prepare yourself to move on to what's next. So by all means, give yourself some time to kind of sort this out, okay? It's not going to happen in a half hour. It's not going to happen in a couple of days, right? Most of us, we're going to need some time to try to figure out, all right, what just happened here? Let me figure out what's going on. What's everyone else doing? Oh, okay, maybe I should be doing that too, right? So anyway, just give yourself some grace in this period that you're in. And yes, there is another side, okay? There is the afterwards, right? There are millions of people who've gone through what you're going through right now. So by all means, hang in there. If there's anything we can do for you, let us know in the comments. Take care.